Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Elliott on first down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Play action now, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dalton, 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. It's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 72 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The give is to Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. 17-0 our score after 1. Now it's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. Down right around the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Running with Elliott. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. In motion left here, Landry. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton. He finds his man Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6. And
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Thomas has got it, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Dalton now to pass.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
93, 52, 93, 45.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To try again after the sack. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Landry, the receiver, in motion left. Play action here with Dalton. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action now, Dalton. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. First and 10 for Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big fella. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dalton off play action. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Dalton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And it'll be Dalton again, rolling to his right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dalton here from the gun. This one taken in by Olave. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Play fake. Here's Dalton. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Play action now. Prescott. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead.
and touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Connecting with Johnson, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Dalton. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pete Werner in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.